Another young person doesn't get the job. Now, if you follow me, you know from time to time I run deep background checks for Fortune 500 companies, some Fortune 100, some other larger companies. I ran another one today, and I mean, you know, the very first video I ever posted, it got almost 2 million views, 1.7 million views, I don't know how many it was, where a woman didn't get a job because of a video that she had posted online years earlier.
In the current social media, ladies post more, they get way more likes, and compared to men, if they have a strong opinion, they're criticized less. So I'm not surprised we're going to see this more.
Now the new thing is young people aren't getting their jobs because of videos that are coming up that are pretty recent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And ladies and gentlemen, don't worry. It's not about videos of, no, it's not about that. It's about political views and how you process that information.
And I just wanted to come on here and just elaborate on the fact that everything you do online lasts forever. Every time you're in public, chances are there's a video camera facing toward you somewhere at some time. So this woman, another woman, interesting that most of the time it's a young woman.
I mean, ladies post more.
Was up for a job at a really large company. And they asked me to do the final deep background check on her, which is a facial recognition, voice recognition.
The moment he said voice recognition, I was like, But when he said voice, I'm like, whoa, they can find you everywhere.
Facial recognition, voice recognition, all the crazy stuff that I do, all the crazy AI and technology stuff that I do. But this video came back. And in this video, she's protesting, you know, free Palestine.
I knew he was going to say that because he's talked about recent, and recently people from that demographic style of thinking have said some unique stuff. Very unique stuff. I'm not surprised. So you have to be careful what you say online, even me.
And she's saying some pretty crazy stuff about Jewish people. And some Jewish people are there counter-protesting. And she's saying some pretty bad stuff to them. And
ladies and gentlemen, just remember, they don't judge you in what you believe. They judge you how you behave. And if you think you can just behave no matter what because there is no consequence because you're doing good to a bad person, I don't think that's going to look very good.
This was an upper management position. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how old she is, but she's not a kid. She's in her late 20s. And this was going to be cool. This was probably $150,000, $160,000 all in with benefits, everything. I looked her up. I saw that she was posting about it. She actually posted about this job and about how excited she was about to get this job and how she was in the final running. And she kind of took her social media people through this. But I turned that video in today, and she's not going to get that job. And as someone who grew up with social media and grew up with the internet and grew up with these video phones, these video cameras, how could she do this to herself if she wants something from someone who the owners of the company happen to be Jewish, by the way?
Come on, man. I don't understand this. I come from an age that I felt ashamed that if I post something online and I wasn't right or I was extremely wrong or extremely angry, like, why would you post that online? You might be wrong. There's a possibility. How many times you were so right and you were like, damn, I'm wrong. It happens a lot, you know? And now you want to do it with a Jewish boss? I don't go work at McDonald's, be like, I don't like meat. Free the animals, and then put a sticker working at the counter, free the animals. Do you want your Big Mac? No, I don't do that. Of course I'm going to get fired. Mengadilo, remember to subscribe.
Who the owners of the company happen to be Jewish, by the way, which I can't even make that shit up if I tried. But you're always being recorded. Especially if you're in a crowd of people or protesting and you're screaming and yelling or any of that. You're always being recorded, and I can find you. It doesn't matter if the video is erased. It doesn't matter if somebody else posts the video. It doesn't matter if somebody in Timbuktu posts the video. I will find it.
Just remember, whenever you think you might be doing something good to a bad person, the other person might also think the same thing, and they might not hire you.
Facial recognition, 146 different places on your face. It is 99.999% accurate. It counts the hairs in your eyebrows. It counts the hairs in a square centimeter on your head.
What?
I'm seeing a bunch of people starting shaving their forehead. That's just a joke. But I'm like, wow, it counts the hair? That makes sense. Because a lot of people in certain countries, they kind of look alike. And you're like, hey man, how does it know who is who? I count your hairs.
This'll fix you.
We need to remove the hairs after we commit the crime.
It counts the distance between your eyes, the distance here between your eyes.
Hey man, I got the plan B. This might work.
Your ears, how your ears line up with one another. It is scary stuff, and we will find you. You can even cover your face. It's voice recognition also. And then you put that together with different elements like me in this room, in my office. You could put this together and you could figure out where I am. You could figure out who I am with this facial recognition, voice recognition and everything. It's crazy. You guys have got to stop doing this. You're destroying your careers. You may be destroying your lives because, again, men are running deep background checks on women before they ask them to marry them because they've become so much cheaper than they used to be.
Now it makes sense why they do this. Because with the way things are going, with the divorce rate going very much up, and it's more like, hey man, I marry you, and no matter what, if I did something wrong or not, I'm going to get half your money. Yes, people might scan your background, how you think. I'm not surprised. And it might be worth to pay that money to find out everything about your past instead of marrying you and be surprised and lose half.
They used to cost $2,500. Now they cost $1,000 or less. It depends on what level you want to go to.
Shut up and take my money.
So all I'm saying to you, and this is all I'm going to say, is if you want something from someone else, if there's ever going to be a moment in your life where you're going to want something from someone else, stop posting shit on the internet. Stop getting involved in this shit that's going to make you less desirable as an employee or less desirable as a spouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, just don't confuse it with freedom of speech. Because if you're driving a car 150 miles an hour, right? And I'm in the same car, and I hear you say, I loved her, bro. Bruh. Oh, no. No, it's about the energy that you give. It's not if you're atheist, Muslim, Hindu, Christian. No, it doesn't matter. It's how you represent yourself. And at the company...
There you have it. This is a 5-minute rant, public service announcement, whatever you want to call it. Sometime you're going to want something and you're not going to get it because of the way you acted. And when I was a kid, it wouldn't matter because nobody had it on video. Everyone has you on video. Everyone has everything you do on video. Everything you say, you have to assume you're being recorded. Just don't do it. If you want something, don't do it. You want to be successful? Don't do it. You want to be an influencer and work for yourself? Fine, do whatever you want to do. But don't post any rants. Don't say bad things about people. Don't say bad things about your country. And certainly don't do anything sexual. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do in front of your parents. So, that's it.
So this guy is the Gen X philosopher, and I found the other video right here. And what I thought was interesting, the most liked comment was, it's convenient for boomers to be able to ruin lives based on things that have happened since the dawn of time, but only recently have been recorded. But he's talking about people recording themselves with a phone now, like the current social thing that's happening now. And they had an opinion about it now. I'm like, stop obfuscating giving people hope, because this little hope might cause people to do things that might cause an issue.
She's the flight attendant whose twerking cost her her dream job.
I didn't think that being so happy can turn into something like this.
Nell Diallo was having a great time dancing and twerking in the aisle on an empty plane before an early morning flight.
I decided to just take advantage of the moment to wake myself up and kind of get myself like hyped up for my day, basically.
She posted the video on TikTok along with the caption, "What's wrong with a little twerk before work?" But after the video went viral, she says Alaska Airlines fired her.
And on the first video, if a company is running deep background checks on people, I do not feel comfortable working for them. I don't want to support the normalization of this kind of disgusting corporate behavior. I don't understand how people would say it's your human right to have a specific opinion, but at the same time, a few years back, they said, hey man, your human right is a danger to society, so we have the right to block you, block your bank account, and normalize this because we care more about you than you care about yourself. Remember? Because once it was normal for one group, guess what? The group is silenced, it's normal for everyone. I didn't create this rule, but hey, I didn't normalize it either.
Don't get me wrong, makosa kita bong. Put the fire na mi blonde kush hash purple skunk criollo colombici jam jam. Durloqueta verdeta welcome.